Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Mark on his way down, putting these kids to bed. It is like, oh, y'all know it's a zoo up in here. Hold on 1 second. Oh. Thank you guys for joining. I think we told y'all, if you weren't on last time, that we're going to try to do these every other week. We're going to try to keep them on Thursdays. So if Thursdays are a good day, let us know. If it's not a good day and it's another day, I mean, we got to come to some kind of compromise, you know. But I think we're going to try to keep them on Thursdays. Thursdays seem to work best for us. So just let us know. I think this is actually pretty good. He did a good job. We got our little ghetto set up here. Got it sitting on top of a Premier Protein box, the laptop, all that. What is going on? So what have y'all been up to? Cassandra, Trisha, Rochelle, Thirsty Thursday. I like that. What y'all got to drink right now? You gotta, the admission price to the live is something to drink and some sort of, what am I trying to say? Some sort of recommendation for us. That's the live admission price. You got to give us a drink recommendation. Something I can grab. Today, I have an Aldi wine. I went to Aldi. You know, if you buy 6 bottles of wine, you get 10% off, right? Everywhere. So, is that in Ohio? I don't think that's an Ohio thing. I think that is a state law. I wonder if it's in every state. But if you buy 6 bottles of wine, you get 10% off. So once you get to like 3 or 4, I'll be like, might as well just buy the 6 bottles, right? So I went to Aldi and I picked up 6 bottles of wine last week. And the one I'm drinking tonight, this is Pacific Fruit Vineyards Sweet Pineapple. It's a sweet grape wine with natural pineapple flavor. All right, Cassandra, you get a pass. What about everybody else? What y'all drinking on? I told them the admission price for the live is a drink recommendation. They got to tell us what they drinking and give us a recommendation on something to get. Cayman Jack, what's that, Jack Daniels?
No, they sell it as like it's like a 6-pack. You can get it in like a 6-pack. It's good.
Was it like a beer? You had it without me?
It's tequila.
Oh, it's tequila? Yeah. You had it without me?
I mean, it's like one of the things that we buying from Mark's with the one things with a bunch of different flavors. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Speaking of that, can you go to my lemonade seltzer thing?
No, you can get your own lemonade seltzer.
You closer.
By what? A step?
Oh my gosh! If I get back up.
I bet you don't. I don't need it. I just sat down.
Let me show y'all what else I got from Aldi last week.
Did you got wine in front of you?
Yeah, but I'm gonna probably drink this pretty quickly. It's not even a half bottle. I got these from Aldi last week. It comes in a 12-pack, and it's the Vista Bay. They're lemonade spritzers, and there's different types of lemonades in there. So it's like a blackberry. This one's strawberry. I think there's a regular lemonade, and there's another flavor. And they look like this, Vista Bay. And it comes in a 12-pack. They're only 100 calories per can. So if you're trying to watch your calories, that's a good one. Margarita cocktail.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what she's saying. Cayman Jack is.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, tequila.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not. What are those things that we get? And I keep saying it's super strong that we get from the grocery store.
Yeah, it's like that.
But what is it? So I could tell them. Do you know what it is?
I forget what they call them.
They're these margaritas, and they come in.
They got different flavors.
They come in jalapeno.
It is a margarita. Some of them is triple sec. Some of them got vodka in it. It's not a margarita. Like the pink one is
I don't even know what to look for.
The pink one is vodka. The white one is tequila, and it's the other. Then the other one. Then now you got the pineapple or the what's the name? Jalapeno margarita.
I'm gonna get one for 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna get one for 2 weeks from now, and I'm going to I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. But it's like super strong. You can find it at any store. Strong. Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was. It really was. Gloria's ready to download margarita from Target. The mango or watermelon flavor. I'm about to.
Anything from Target is right up Cece's alley.
I'm about to take a picture of it. Sure, I'll be at Target sometime this weekend.
Right.
I just went yesterday and spent some money. These little, we have like these like 1 or 2 like little gnats, and they're not going away, and they're driving me insane. Like absolutely freaking insane. Still sore from orange. Oh, you did say you were starting. What did you think about it? Did you go? You went yesterday or today?
You going at the wrong time. This is Throwback Hell Week, going into Hell Week time.
Yeah, today was the Throwback Hell Week workout. I went today, and I was like, I'm never going again. It was crazy today. It was absolutely nuts. It was pretty crazy on Monday when I went too, but it was crazy today. Oh my God. I love it though. I love that place so much. Y'all know I talk about it so much. We talk about it so much. Love that place. Water for me still at work.
Now 1 o'clock. It's always 1 o'clock somewhere though.
Hawaii. What time is it's 9:30, so it's
3 o'clock.
3:30.
Yeah, 3:30.
In Hawaii in the 6 hours?
Yeah, something like that. 6 or 5. I think it's 5.
Hawaii. Oh, we got somebody from Hawaii. There's this girl.
You just gonna put a whole bottle of wine in there?
It wasn't a whole bottle. What did it have? It wasn't that much, y'all. I mean, these kind of big cups, but it wasn't that much. It's 1.5 a bottle. So, there's this girl, this family. They're family YouTubers, and they're from Cleveland. They lived probably like 25 minutes from us. And I had been watching her for a couple of years. Her and her family, I think it was earlier this year or very late last year, just up and moved to Hawaii. Like just up and moved. And YouTube's kept paying her bills. She has a pretty big channel. So, but her and her family just like up and moved to Hawaii. It was pretty cool to see. And I'm like, I would have never just thought to be like, let's just up and move to Hawaii. Hawaii is expensive AF, first of all. I was looking, somebody had posted something today on their Instagram story, and it was like the median housing price in different states. And most states were like I think Ohio was like 140. I think it was like Texas was like 170. Some other states were like 260. Hawaii was like it was the highest, and it was like 600 something, and California was like 500 something. I'm like, and those would be like shacks. That'd be the worst part about it. Like, especially California, it'd be like, this house is 1.1 million, but it needs like 1.1 million worth of work. And I'm like, well, no, for 1.1 million, you know what I can get in Ohio? I'm staying right here. Didn't go today. Oh, you missed a good one. Or you didn't miss a good one. You missed the right one, I should say, because it was nuts today. I'm going again in the morning too. So I can't indulge too much because I'm going again in the morning. Hi, Valeria.
So we got a couple questions on. We actually did get a couple of questions. So.
Oh. We're going to start. So we post questions on Instagram. Like I said, we're going to do, hey, Stephanie. Like I said, we're going to do, try to do this every 2 weeks. So if you guys have a topic that you want us to hit, a question that you want us to answer, live talking to y'all, and we can all kind of chime in, give people advice. I don't know if y'all want to take everybody advice, but we can all chime in, give advice. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Bradley Party of 6. And then you can follow me individually at Kabili Yvette, and you can follow him individually at
It's been the same. My Instagram, your handle didn't change like 4 times. I done had the same Instagram handle for like the past like
at Markley727
6-7 years since it came out.
You can follow us. Follow us on Instagram. You can let us know your questions. You can leave them under a video. Whatever you want to do. Hey, Sean.
So, I don't know how you pronounce his name. How you think that's pronounced?
Simply April.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
what do you mean?
I don't read this. I mean, this is like difference. But anyway, Simply April asked us, do you want to have any more children? She must not have watched any of last year's vlogs because I would.
Hell no. Never, ever do I want another child. No. We have 4 children running around this house. No.
So it was funny. Last month was actually Cece's friend was like late, and she was like walking around the house and was like, I just kept asking like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" She like kept saying nothing. And it was like the Sunday before like Labor Day. She's like, I do gotta tell you.
I think it was Labor Day.
No, it was the Sunday before.
I thought it was Labor Day.
Because we sat around here all day on Sunday, and I remember being off again the next day because I cooked that day. And I don't ever cook on a holiday. I just sit around on a holiday. But anyway, so I'm like, what's wrong? So she's like, yeah, I did want to tell you I ain't been feeling that great. And my friend didn't come. And I'm like, I was literally, that she told me at like 11:30 and 12 o'clock. 11:30 in the morning, like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I was literally depressed damn near the rest of the day. I was like, you got to go get a test. I'm like Googling, like, can you sue if a vasectomy goes bad? Like, I was like, no, we do not want any more children.
No.
The 4 we have is more than enough children for us.
They keep us pretty busy. Pretty busy. A house buys vlog. What do you mean? Like what kind of vlog? We're doing a house tour update. That should be coming what day? He's editing it. We already filmed it.
Either Sunday or Monday it will be up.
So there's going to be an updated house tour, and we'll talk about kind of all the changes we made from the house from now until, from a year ago, because that's when we moved in. So.
And then our next question, and we'll just kind of steps to buying a house.
Oh, we can do an updated video. We did one it was like 4 years ago. Yeah. Right after we bought the first house, but we can do an updated one.
And that would be a good one to do because obviously our first time was we're a new home buyer, so we really didn't know what to do, what to expect. And then this next time around, we have been through the process already. So that's a good topic. We will definitely hit on that topic. Next question was top 3 things you want to do or places you want to visit on your bucket list.
Who's that by? Jazzy Jasmine. Top 3 things you want to do or places you want to visit.
I would
Paris.
I would say number 1 was pre-COVID. We were planning on going to Paris.
We were.
And then we was hoping that the restrictions and stuff came down this year that we would be able to go, but that was still So Paris is there. I want to visit Egypt. I want to go to Africa. I want to visit Egypt. And for Australia will be awesome. My third bucket list place to go.
What you want to do in Australia?
I don't know. I want to go see the kangaroos, and I don't know. I just want to go to Australia.
I have never heard you say that.
I had a trip planned to Australia with my boy Laurent that was probably he was talking about a trip probably 10, 11 years ago. But yeah, I want to go to Australia.
You couldn't afford to go to Australia 10 years ago?
You don't know what I could afford to do. It'd be your own people.
I'm just saying. For me, definitely Paris. I would hit that whole little. I would hit Paris. I would hit London. I would hit that whole little section on one trip. So my cousin, we were trying to go with my cousin and her husband. They have been to, well, she has been before, and she hit kind of, I think it was Paris, London, Rome, Venice, all of those places all in one trip. So when you get there, they have apparently they have like these trains, and it only costs like $100, and it gets you to the next stop. So we were planning that trip, and it didn't happen. Obviously, we were planning that actually like mid last year to go this year, and that just didn't happen. So that's where I would love to hit all of those places. Something I want to do also, I don't know, y'all. I kind of take life as it comes. I feel like my do's and don'ts. What's that supposed to mean?
Should be boring sometimes.
Whatever. I feel like my do's and don'ts, they change. Like the things I want to do, like they change from year to year. One year I'm like, I really want to do this. The next year I'm like, I could take or leave that now.
So we jumping out of a plane in 2 years.
He's jumping out of a plane in 2 years. I'll be on the ground vlogging for y'all.
I want to jump out of I want to skydive for my 40th birthday. That's my other big do. So what's some of the things, I know it sounds pretty boring. What's some of the places that you guys want to go or have gone? I know Stephanie has been to a million places. So she like our travel concierge here. She can tell us all the places we need to visit and need to go to. But what's some places where you guys want to go,
or you recommend
recommend that we should check out?
We gotta stop going to Cancun.
Yeah, because I be saying like I follow Slim Thug on IG. He was just somewhere. I was like, oh, I gotta find this now.
Oh, Maldives.
Is that where he was?
No, I don't know if that's where he was.
Oh.
But that's something on my list. I would like to go to, is it Maldives? Maldives? Something like that. That's where I would like to go. We got to get out of going to Cancun. We go to Cancun way too much. I think we've been there, 5 times at this point?
Something like that.
Oh, he's in Santorini, Greece.
Yeah, look at that shit.
I know. My cousin's been to Greece too, and she said it was beautiful. Greece is another nice place.
So this the hotel view where he is staying at. I'm just like, yeah, I need parts of that.
Yeah, Greece is another really good place I would like to visit. I wouldn't mind visiting at all. Bora Bora, that's nice. Have you been, or are you just recommending it?
I've heard Dubai, Cassandra. I've heard really good things about Dubai. Like, I don't know if Cece will be able to get around in Dubai, but
why can't I get around?
Because that's like over.
I know where it is.
Oh, just saying. I'm just saying the dress code and they got. So I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying.
I know where Dubai is. Dubai has the largest mall in the world. The Dubai Mall. It's the largest mall in the world.
I bet you do, and you know that.
I do.
I bet you do.
I still need to get to, one, I need to get to Mall of America. And I also want to get to the second largest mall in the U.S., which is in, I keep telling you, it's in, not Pittsburgh, but Philly. The King of Prussia. Yeah. King of Prussia Mall. I heard that's a very nice mall.
I heard you do.
I did.
Costa Rica. I've thought about Costa Rica.
Where's Peru? South America?
Yeah.
Geography is not my strong suit, y'all.
Barbados. Okay.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That sounds nice. Anything like, see, that'd be the thing. See, like,
under the equator. So
this be my thing. So this is why we've been to Cancun so much. Because when we go, and I just be like, it'd be like, all right, you can go to, because we're supposed to go to Jamaica. Like, we still ain't been to Jamaica. Don't judge us. But it'd be like, you can go to Cancun. Plane ticket, first class is like $1,300 or something like that round trip. Or you can go to Jamaica and it's $2,500. I was like, man, it's all warm weather and palm trees and
we're
drinking.
Probably not leaving a resort.
So I'd be like, that's all I need. I don't really care.
Cancun is just an easier trip. So that's why we're going to, show them the save the dates. But that's why we're going to Cancun for our wedding, because we feel like it was just an easier trip for our family to get to. It's easier as far as like just travel. It's cheaper, and obviously we want as many of our family and friends to be able to come as possible. I don't want anybody to be like, I couldn't afford it, because we picked some sort of really expensive place. Like, we could have went to Jamaica. That would have been my first choice, not gonna lie, but I just want my family and friends to kind of and hang out with them somewhere. So we chose Cancun again for our
always different
wedding.
resorts though. It's always different. We don't go to the same resort.
We don't go to the same resort.
It's always a different resort.
So it's not like we're having the exact same experience twice, Maldives. Oh, for your honeymoon. How was it? Marissa? And how long have you been married? When was your honeymoon? Go for my 50th. Go where? To Greece? Heard the same thing. It's on our list for 2022, 2023. Everybody wants to go to the Maldives, I think. Hey, Charity. Jamaica twice. My parents have been to Jamaica. Everybody I know, I think, been to Jamaica.
We're like the only people left not in our circle that have not been to Jamaica. We will be going to Jamaica. Probably for like, so if we go.
We need to make it after the wedding, right? After the next trip after the wedding, we go to Jamaica.
That'd probably be it. That'd probably be because we got Disney World that same year, maybe. And then
next year. Yeah.
So maybe the next. So 23. Probably
I forgot we gotta do kids trips too. You know what? I would love to go to Disney World without those kids. And we can just go to the park and hang out and ride.
I don't want to go to Disney World without the kids.
And we ain't got to mess with them kids. It'd be nice. Peru is in South America. Yeah, we have to get to Jamaica.
Everybody's
Cancun twice.
I love Cancun. Every time I go down there, especially now that I'm not like antsy and weirded out by like what's going on down there. Like, I feel comfortable when I go down there. I'm learning a little bit of the language. I'm not like freaked. Like, I know what to expect when I go to Mexico.
What language you learn?
I'm just saying, when I get down there, it all come back and I'll be able to be like, oh yeah, that's that. So it's cool. I've been
language.
Don't be hating. Don't be hating.
You lying, y'all.
Don't be hating.
Don't be lying to it.
Don't be hating.
You ain't know a lick of Spanish.
Hola.
And that's the extent of it. That's where it ends right there. Stephanie said there's a difference between Jamaica and Cancun.
When I'm talking about the difference, I'm talking about like when we go, like we've been to a couple of excursions and stuff like that, but we ain't like super adventurous. We have been to the mall and stuff like that, but we haven't like explored the city or anything like that. So like when we go, like, our resort is like maybe off to an excursion or something, maybe hit a mall, but it's real tourist. So we ain't like,
y'all see the vlogs.
Yeah, I'm saying it's real.
That's literally what we do.
Yeah, it's real tourist-y. So like all I'm like is like it's palm trees, it's warm weather, and it's alcohol. That's the extent of the trip.
We sit in the pool and burn. But we do want to get to Jamaica really bad. I've been talking about Jamaica for years. And every time we think about going, we look at the price difference and we be like, Cancun, we can get there really quickly. In a few hours, we get there, we good. Like, Jamaica be taking 3 planes, hot. Like, it just be like, oh my God. The travel day be crazy. And it just so much work to get to Jamaica. But we just gotta be like, all right, we said we want to take a trip. And that's the thing too, y'all gotta remember, we got 4 kids. So when we travel, we gotta make it friendly for our parents. So like, and efficient for us. So when we go to Cancun, we can go to Cancun and do a 3 or 4 day trip and get back. Like if we go to Jamaica, like we gotta leave the kids. It's like at least like a 16-hour travel day to get to Jamaica. Like there's no straight flight from where we live to Jamaica. So you gotta fly here. Ain't no straight flight to Cancun either, but it seems like them Jamaica flights be like
the hangover, the layover
is
just
crazy. I don't know why they be like that. Bora again. Oh, Cleveland. What you coming to Cleveland for?
Cleveland next year for a week. Okay.
beautiful. Oh, my Maldives is beautiful. 3 years married in September. Ooh, our anniversary was September 29.
Which is, number 9. Have you ever experienced cruising? She won't go on a cruise. I've been trying to talk her into a cruise for years. She will not do a cruise ship. I've been trying to get, and especially so I had almost had her. And then like that whole stuff happened with like, who was that? I can't remember which resort, where they got like stuck out in the middle of the water, the water in the ocean, and they didn't have no running water. And
last year.
That was a couple of years ago.
That was right before COVID. That's why they got stuck out there.
It was a couple of years ago. That was before COVID. That was a little bit before COVID. But yeah, regardless, they got stuck out there with no running water and no electricity, and she's like, see, that's why I'm not getting on no boat. That's why.
Goddamn boat. It's too. I just don't want to be on no boat like that. And everybody keeps saying, "Oh, you're on a boat." That's cool. I don't know. It's something about being in all that water. It's just like nothing you can do. Something go wrong. It's just like nothing you can do. You drown.
It's the same thing with a plane. We up there, and the plane starts.
But you're only on a plane for a few hours. You're not on a plane. You're not.
Days.
Yeah. And I understand you get off or whatever, but it's just like, I don't know. That gives me anxiety. That gives me really bad anxiety.
So yeah, no, I've tried to get her to go on a cruise ship. She will not do a cruise ship. So maybe y'all can help me get her on one. Because her mom and dad didn't say what she needed to do a cruise. Her friends, and she just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. She will not get on a cruise ship.
Sandra been 5 times. Cruises be cheap too. But that's the thing. The actual cruise be cheap, but then you gotta fly to wherever the.
You gotta fly wherever.
For us, it depends. Like if you lived in like Florida or something.
Not to mention, I've heard different things. Like I've heard, obviously, cruises is kind of like airplanes from what I heard, because we've never done one. But like I've heard, I forget who was the good one. They always talk about my cousin be going a lot, because he'd be like, "Oh, don't do this one." But there's a caravan or Carnival. He'd be like, "Don't do Carnival. It's another one." And he'd be like, "Carnival is like Spirit or something like that." He'd be saying, and he'd be like, "You gotta pay for it. They upcharge on your drinks and all this other stuff." And so we don't know the lingo and all that stuff to be able to. So maybe y'all can drop some along with helping me push CC to do the cruise. Give us some insight on what ships we need to go on.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, CC. Cruising is not my choice either. Rochelle, that's not the type of advice we're looking for here. That's not what we're looking for.
Oh my God, cruising is very family friendly. I did hear it was family friendly, and I was looking at like a Disney cruise one time for the kids. I think they would love that. But then we gotta fly, plus get on a cruise ship, even though that can't be no more expensive than going to them damn Disney parks.
Yeah. Between COVID and my friend being stuck on the water for 2 days, I'm not interested.
See, Celebrity Cruise Line. What's on the Celebrity Cruise Line? Yeah, Stephanie's.
Oh, how can I jump over there? Stephanie did, like I said, that's the travel connoisseur right there. We need
very family friendly. Yeah, I heard that too.
I heard the rooms are smaller too. Like I like spacious rooms too. Like I heard the rooms are like real small too. Like I need some, but because that's the other thing. He said, "Well, you don't spend much time in your room." And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool and all, but I got stuff," and she got a lot of stuff. So
didn't want to cruise. Did it once. Not my favorite, but glad I experienced it. That's how I feel like I'd be like, I go once and be like, okay, that was cool, but I ain't want that.
I'm gonna have to convince her to do this.
On an all-inclusive resort in the water. I do like that aspect of it, that you can visit multiple places. You can visit multiple places on one trip and hit them all on one trip, but
that's the whole appeal of it to me. Like when I be seeing like those one where they go to Jamaica and they go, I forget what I've seen, but I definitely seen Jamaica a few times.
They'll like stop at different ports. Yes. Like that one was in Cabo. Remember they stopped at Cabo when we was in Cabo?
Yeah. Oh yeah, when they was riding through.
Yeah,
they was cruising. They had them little. Yeah, they had like, I was like, what is they doing? They had like these little boats that was coming off of the thing that people was like.
Yeah, and they were getting off the ship.
There was like taxis that they was. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Royal Caribbean. Carnival is ghetto. Oh yeah, that's everything that I keep hearing is that Carnival is not the one to go with. So
that's hilarious.
do you feel like car sales will go back up? Car sales ain't down. They just used cars and new cars is just hard to come by with everything on C word. We ain't gonna keep saying that word because we got in trouble last time. So keep blaming
our whole lives.
So that C word has is like the ugly face of the country. Everything is blamed on it. Like the microchips. I'm gonna bore y'all with this, but the chips and some of the chips that they need to build new cars is it's not being made because the factories are down. So it's halting new cars being made, which is causing more people to buy. I mean, when they buy used cars, it's hard. They buying used cars, which is making the price of used cars go up, and then people aren't trading in their cars. So yeah, the industry is really in flux right now. Let's just say that.
That's what everything else. Supply chain in every industry is having issues. It's funny. I interviewed a guy yesterday. He worked for Bic, the pencil and pen company, and he was telling me that around school time, they were looking for mechanical pencils, and he's like, literally, they had no mechanical pencils, and there were hardly any mechanical pencils on the shelves. Like he was a salesman, and he sold to the stores that have Bic, so the big players like Office Max and Staples, and he's like, literally, there were no mechanical pencils for them to order from us. And I'm like, oh my God, I love my big mechanical pencils, but that's every freaking industry. The supply chain is crazy.
Yeah, the C word has definitely, that is like, it's one thing, like, it feel like we getting back to normal, but the C word is causing like so much influx with stuff behind the scenes with stuff that is like, that's what's really hurting the country right now, is that type of stuff is really hurting the country.
Yep. Love Royale.
I love Royale. I heard that too.
So, well, let's keep that in mind if we decide to go.
I don't blame you, CC. I'm not going on a cruise.
Thank you.
Royal or Norwegian are the best. So I've heard really good things about Norwegian. Like I've not heard one bad thing about Norwegian. So those ships are massive too. Like I was watching like a documentary about like how like some of the first cruise ships and how small it was. They were saying like some of these cruise ships are like bigger than like it was like some like states like in the United States, like they bigger and more massive than like some not states but some cities in the United States.
What?
They bigger than some cities inside the United States, like how wide and big and the mass and the amount of people that they can have on. I was like, that is crazy.
And you wonder why the Titanic sank.
That was the other thing they talked about is the Titanic in comparison to these new ships. These new ships
small,
is like 10 times bigger than what the Titanic was.
I'm sure.
And they also said that any smart individual would have known that the Titanic should not have been navigating those waters.
I don't want to hear it.
So
it was fine until they hit the iceberg.
But,
it wasn't the waters, it was the iceberg.
Yes, Carnival is ghetto, but it was a good time when we went. What's ghetto about? So is it like Spirit? Now everybody keeps saying Carnival is ghetto. So is it like Spirit? Like is it like you get on there and they like putting Parmesan and Hennessy bottles like ghetto? Like what makes it ghetto? Because I'm pretty sure we all have flown Spirit, so we all know what makes Spirit ghetto. And Frontier ain't ghetto. Frontier is like
Frontier ghetto.
Frontier like a bad suburb.
It just ain't as bad as Spirit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a bad suburb.
It's not a suburb. It's just not as bad as Spirit.
But we all know what makes Spirit bad. But what makes Carnival bad? Like I said, is it the room? Is it just not updated? What makes Carnival bad?
Disney Cruise is great. Definitely expensive. But Disney is expensive.
Disney in general is expensive.
We spent so much money when we went to Disney World a few years ago. Oh my God. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was almost $600 for us to just get into Disney World.
Oh yeah, just to walk into the park.
Just to walk into the park.
And we lied about Mariah's age, honey. They talking about under, they say 2 and under.
Yeah.
So under 3, basically, you could get in for free. Mariah was like 3.5. And
she was 2 that day.
We put her right in that stroller. Kept on walking through.
She was 2 that day.
Goddamn right. I want to show y'all. Look at our save the dates in the camera. It looks shitty on this camera, but our save the dates, they're magnets. And so we're sending them out to everyone who's invited to our wedding, and they're so cute. They just have our date on it in like Cancun, Mexico. And they're so cute. We made these at Walgreens. So we're sending these out. I love this thing so much. I cannot wait to get married.
You're already married.
I'm engaged.
Okay.
And I'll be expecting an engagement ring.
I got one of those right upstairs on your dresser.
They ain't upstairs, in another room.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you know where it is.
I'll be expecting an engagement ring real soon.
Okay.
It's a shitty engagement.
All right. You can look outside all you want to. Every industry has been impacted. Yeah, every industry has been impacted by the C word. It is crazy. I felt that.
I was gonna say something, I just forgot.
I felt that way, CC. But now cruise is the way to go. See, cruises is the way.
I guess. Said the people make it ghetto.
Is it the people, like the people who work there?
Our people, or the people who work there? What are you trying to say? Just go ahead and say it. Is it our people? We do tend to act a little crazy sometimes.
And especially if it's a cheaper trip, you get some people who like, I'm about to go have a ball. I mean, you pay for a trip, you want to have a good time. So I'm not mad at them people. So
they're cute. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love them so much. I freaking love them so much. Yo, we were not able to do any of this stuff when we got married the first time. So it's really fun to be able to do the things that we want to do.
Why are you asking for another ring when you know you ain't gonna wear it? Right. Facts on top of facts on top of facts.
That's why I got this.
Almost 10 years later. Just saying. Almost 10 years later.
The point is I got it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
It took a long time to get done. Very, very long time.
Whatever. Our people. See, I get real torn. Y'all know how, if y'all watch my vlogs on my other channel, I get real torn about, I don't even want to get into it, the whole Black business conversation.
I just had that today.
Supporting Black businesses. I love to support Black businesses. I like people when they support my Black business. I appreciate that. And I love to support Black businesses, but they make it hard sometimes.
I had that today. I walked into one of our local spots. That's the thing, like when we then moved out to the suburbs. So like when I'm in the neighborhood and I can get like some hood food or whatever, I always try to be like, all right, I wanna hit that, get that. I want to pick it. So I walk in, standing in line, legit, like 5-6 minutes. The line moved one person. There's a dude yelling in the corner about his number coming up.
I'm on the phone. I'm like, who is hollering? Why are they yelling like this? Who is that? It was crazy.
I'm just like, I gotta go. And we actually got a Black-owned restaurant that's probably like 5 minutes from our house. So I just was like, and it's really nice. Customer service is always really friendly. And I just was like, I'm just going to get from them. I just pick up from them.
Yeah.
They're not and that's the thing, like we talked about, like the food ain't as good as it is in the neighborhood, but it's like, because I really wanted a Polish boy. I know we talked about Polish boys before on here, and most people didn't know what a Polish boy was, but I really wanted a Polish boy, and they don't sell those. So I was like, you know what, it don't matter though. As long as I can get some food, I'm good.
And it ain't the food ain't bad. It's good. It's good food. It's really good food. It just, I don't know. I think we're just used to that food in the neighborhood. because we've been eating that for years. But it's just like I can't keep supporting trash. I can't keep supporting, and it's not like one time. Like people like, oh, one time Black businesses messed up, and y'all just want to abandon it. It's not just one time. It's like years of abuse because you are because you're the business in the neighborhood, and that's where most of us are gonna go, and you know that. So you treat us like crap because you know we're gonna keep coming. But
so
I can't keep doing that.
That make me, I'm gonna hit on this. I don't want to dive on too long because I want to get on some more of y'all comments. That got onto like some of the stuff me and her. We have some combos. That's what Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley be about, but not. I don't know if we'd ever do a topic like this, but we talk about like.
We filmed another one too.
Yeah, but we talk about like why places like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks are not in your local, what we want to call it, urban neighborhoods. And we talked about more so like how our people are the ones that they got to hire because them the people that work there. And it's just, you feel bad because I mean like, oh man, you want to, it's, I don't know.
It's a Chick-fil-A. Y'all, I love my Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A across town. Off as traditionally, but our people have migrated to that neighborhood, a lot of them. And so now it is traditionally now it is mostly our people. And there's mostly our people that work at the Chick-fil-A. It is, where is that at? Oh no. Are y'all here? Can y'all hear us?
Oh, there we go.
I think they're okay. But so now mostly our people work at this Chick-fil-A, and it's just not the same as the Chick-fil-A in the non-our people neighborhood. It's not. The customer service ain't the same. I hate saying that. I love my people, man. I hate saying that, but it's not the same. It's not. And I be sitting around thinking about like brainstorming ways how to combat that, how to change that. Like what is happening? And I mean, I know some of it, obviously, but it's just, I don't know. It's really sad to think about. Like you don't want to frequent businesses from people who look like you because you feel like they can't get their act together. It's really sad to think about. And I hate saying it like that, but it sucks.
Let's pivot. Tattoo is nice.
Thank you.
When we had our renewal, she's getting a ring. She is getting a new wedding ring. She's already been told she's getting a new wedding ring. I'm not getting this.
You could have got down on one knee and proposed to me.
So I upgraded her wedding ring like 2 years ago. And I'm taking that ring, and I already knew that we was on a vow renewal. So the place I got it from is 100% on the value. So they giving me back what I paid on that ring to go towards her upgrade. So she is getting a upgraded ring for our vow renewal.
You should have had my engagement ring. You could have proposed to me on one knee. Okay. Why you ain't do that? You don't love me. See how you be acting?
You see this house?
See how you be acting? Oh.
Yeah, I thought about getting a tattoo for my husband's birthday because I love her tattoo. Oh.
I love it. I do really like it too. Sometimes when I be in meetings though, I be like trying not to show my hand. Sometimes when I'm in meetings, if I don't have my ring on, like at work, but I love this tattoo now.
You know, she got that tattoo because I've had my tattoo for like 8 years now, right? Yeah. I don't know if y'all knew that or not.
It ain't been 8 years.
It has been 8 years. I got this the first year we was married.
Oh. I forgot.
Yeah. It's been 8 years since I had, and that's not even her wedding initials on my ring finger. It's her nickname and her premarital initials on my ring finger.
So?
Her nickname that everybody calls her. That dudes riding up the car in cars up the street.
Scream out. Ever let that go on you?
Scream out when they riding up the street. Nickname.
We were riding up the street. He was walking.
No.
And it was my cousin.
No, he was riding. We were walking.
Why would we be walking up the street?
Where we was walking.
We were riding.
Whatever.
And it was, and he was walking. It was my cousin.
I don't know.
And he would never let this go. You're like, you gotta do is just yell your name while you're in the car. Like, that's my cousin. Stop it.
So she says.
First wedding was in 89. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Second in 2007, 89, 99, 09. Oh my God, 19. That is 32 years. 32 years.
That's beautiful.
Crazy. Man, everybody can only pray that they get there, seriously.
That is beautiful. So Cassandra, you wouldn't, I'm gonna ask this, not that I don't know if you how to word this. Because we just be talking about, like, you see, like, Dr. Dre and, like, who was another long-term marriage? Dale Curry and his wife. These marriages that go like 30 and 40 years and then they get divorced. And I'd be like, how do you get divorced, like, at this point? Like, now it's over?
I told you, I feel like sometimes, though, I feel like the older you get, the shorter your patience get. And the more you like, I ain't got to deal with no BS. I got 20 years left on this earth if I'm lucky. Why am I sitting here looking at you and you don't want to do right? I feel like that's how older people get, for real.
I don't know. I just feel like
the older you get, I feel like that's how you get.
Once we hit that 25-year mark, you are mine. I am yours. You better go find another room.
Try leave me if you want to. Try it.
Not sure if this question was asked already, but how do you guys get on the same page with finance?
Oh, time to buy a new home. That's a good question.
How do we get on the same page?
So, no, I think, so how do we get on the same page with finances? That, with finances in general, first of all, we just recorded an entire video about this that you guys will see coming up that we'll go into in depth. But how do we get on the same page, like, in general with finances? A lot of arguments and blood, sweat, and tears went into that. We just, like, I think that was something that we discussed at the beginning of our marriage, kind of what we wanted, and then we kind of fought through it. I think it all depends on the couple, because
I think it was a goal. I think it was when we knew we was making some decent money and we knew we wanted to buy a house.
But even before the decent money, we knew we wanted to own a home.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I don't feel like we got on the same page with our finances until we came up with a plan. We went to Citizens. We opened up a Citizens Bank home account, and we had sit down. We had been like,
that we didn't even use.
Yeah. And we was like, we got real serious about getting on a budget and moving money around, paying down some debt. So it was really around the time we had already had Morgan and Mariah is when we got serious about our finances. But yeah, I mean, it took some. It was like probably a little bit after I found my job where I'm at now. Honestly, about 7 years ago, is when we was like, all right, well, we need to figure out a budget plan here.
I think you got to.
We got so used to. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say getting on the same page. I think that's something that you literally have to sit down and talk about everything and put everything out in the open. Like, I had to sit down and say, I have $7 million in student loan debt, and I have
a problem with my credit cards.
I have a spending problem, even though I don't have any money. I have all of this stuff going on. And we had to sit down and kind of say all that. And as we've talked about before, also, all of our money goes into one pot. So I know exactly what he makes. He knows exactly what I make. And we were able to sit down and say, okay, this is the money that we bring in every 2 weeks. What are we going to put towards saving? What are we going to put towards debt? What are we going to do with this, do with that? And we started sitting down regularly, and instead of ignoring our finances, actually sitting down with a plan and taking care of them. And I think that's what I did for a while. I just ignored my finances. I was like, okay, well, my credit's bad. it is what it is at this point. Like, and just kind of kept spending as they kept giving me money or credit. And so once we kind of sat down and got serious, that kind of put us on the same page because we were both working toward a common goal. We both knew we wanted to own a home. We both knew. Now, we didn't know what type of home we wanted to own. I remember we were first talking about going house hunting, and he was like, he was like, I wouldn't go any higher than $100,000. And I'm like, what box are we going to live in for that? Like, where are you trying to get us to live? And I'm being funny. So please don't take offense to that. I'm being funny. But like, honestly, especially with people we damn near started our marriage with 3 kids, you know? We started with 1 right after we got married. I mean, on our first anniversary, I was 4 months pregnant. On our second anniversary, I think I was 5 months pregnant, or 3 or 5 months pregnant with the second one. So we started our marriage damn near with 3 kids. So you have to find a house there for 5 people. And then we knew we were thinking about might have having another one. So, I mean, you have to think about all that when you're buying a house. And we talked about school districts. We talked about everything. And then when we kind of sat down and talked to our lender, and we just crunched some numbers, and we looked and we were able to saw what we could afford, and it was more than $100,000. And I think when he went out house hunting and realized,
we really kind of was like, this is what I want to do. This was more so, there wasn't really no house hunting involved.
Anyway,
I got to look at one house, and I got to look at a new build. And that's really all I got to do. I didn't really get to go out house hunting. So
anyway, I think when he saw, but for real though, because I was looking at houses all the time, and I was like on Redfin and on I was gonna say Indeed. What's the other house place? Zillow. I was on Redfin and I was on Zillow all the time before we went out house hunting. So I knew what was out there, and I knew what the prices were for something that I liked. So he just didn't know, but you know, he caught up.
Are we still talking about the original plot here?
Yes, that's how we on the same page. I said what I wanted. He followed suit.
So,
story short.
So as far as the finance part, and we should do an updated video on this because we did a video some years ago about this. But it was kind of like we also knew we had things we wanted to do, so we started like Cece is a real visual person. Even though she don't check the accounts like she's supposed to, but she's a real visual person. So she'd be like, all right, if I see the money in this place, I won't touch it. So opening up different accounts, like this is our savings account. This is our house savings account. This is our bills account. This is our vacations account.
He wanted all the money in one pot. And I'm like, no, I will drain that checking account. Like if I know that this money is over here, like how we do it, we separate anything that we want to buy, we separate it out. So we have different accounts for different things. Then that main checking account, that's where the money is that we can spend. And we pay our bills out of that, but we pay our bills, like the bills that need to get paid at that time, we pay them right after we get paid. So I know what's in there.
No, you don't.
I can drain to zero.
Because you don't check it. She just know that she just know
I
that
checked it yesterday.
She just know that yeah, because I told you to. I said, you go on to Target, please make sure you check the account before you go in there. She just know, like, if she spends, I'm gonna make sure that there's enough money in there for her to do what she needs to do inside of wherever she's going. So, and it's just, I mean, it's kind of like what we talked about on a video that's coming out. Just learning your partner and the yin and yang, and understanding what they do and how they move, and adjusting off of that is really how you get on the same page. Having conversations. Y'all know the Bradley Party of 6 model, or Mr. and Mrs. Bradley model, is communication is everything.
And that was a long answer, but I hope that was helpful. Monique. That's love. I think she was talking about your tattoo. We were talking about the tattoo.
Yeah, it's faded. I don't know if y'all can't see my, like, it ain't all pretty like hers. It ain't got no ring or
no heart. I even added a heart extra.
But
I even added extra stuff.
You got to keep in mind, there's been rings going on this finger. This finger that went through water. It then went through everything. I had this, like I said, I got this tattoo year 1 of our marriage. After a Browns football game, went to my dude who did my angel tattoo. I had him do this tattoo too. Yeah. I've been So I always say, like, even if I don't have my wedding ring on, everybody know what it is. So.
Wanted us to get a tattoo, the initials. I love it. Oh, a keloid. Stay away from it then. Yeah, I would stay away from it. That's the last thing you want to get is a keloid on your ring finger too.
Yeah.
Stay away from it. Bingo. I think she was talking about when I said you don't want to deal with nobody's mess the older you get.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we've been doing this for so long. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'd be awkward trying to date now. Like if I was to be like, if we used to break up now, I'd be so awkward trying to date.
But do you know how? But when I think about this, do you know how? And I feel like by the time you're able to get up enough strength to say the words, "I want a divorce," to actually look at that person and be like, "I want a divorce." I feel like you'd have been thinking that in your head for a long, 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 long time. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like that was just the last formality.
The rumor at least for the Currys, they both been cheating for a long time. So.
But I feel like that's the last formality is actually saying it out loud because you'd have probably been through it in your head, been through probably to talk to somebody else about it, and you'd have probably went back and forth 1,000,005 times. And finally, the last straw, it was just like, okay, I need to say this. And I feel like yeah. And a lot of people stay together for the kids and all of that. And
I mean, they was still going that them dudes, this Curry's basketball.
Well, I ain't talking about the Currys. I ain't talking about them. But dad and stepmom, 34 years. Gosh, that is rough. That is rough. My parents have been married for how long have they been married?
I'm 38, so they 35. 36. Was it 30? I thought it was 2 or 3 when I got. What is it?
2.
2. Okay, so 36. Yeah. They got married. That's you want to talk about some. Birthday. You want to talk about some. You want to talk about what's that? 7 degrees of separation. Like her parents' anniversary is my birthday. So, needless to say, that's like causes some conflicts when it comes to us celebrating my birthday and celebrating their wedding anniversary.
Yeah, they got married on his 2nd birthday, so 36 years ago. My husband, I'm like Mark, when it comes to our finances.
Yeah, I'm the one that keeps. I don't even have no words. It's an understanding.
I am the way I am.
We have an understanding, and I just make sure that I just be like, look, because my biggest thing, and some transparency here. My biggest thing was, and I can't be mad at her, and I'm actually cool with. I love it because we had a discussion about credit cards about 5 years ago, and we had that conversation about 2 years ago, and and I was like, look, just spend the money out the account, or if you're gonna spend the money on the credit cards, just pay the credit cards.
You get very judgmental when I spend it, and I don't like it.
So that was my whole thing. Like I don't get mad about the bank account, the money, whatever. We just manage it because I'd rather that than her come to me and be like, "Oh, I done racked up $20,000 on my credit cards," and I'm like,
well, that's what the thing about it is. That's the reason for the separation in the accounts. I like the separation in the accounts. If I drain the checking account, I'm not draining our mortgage money or our savings or our retirement. You know what I mean? Like everything is separated out into different accounts, and I like it like that because I have a clear picture at any given time of what I'm able to spend, and not just saying because there's money in there, I need to drain it, because that's not what happens all the time. But it gives me a clear picture, so I just kind of know my parameters without having to sit down and calculate it out every time.
Because she just go to the store and be like, did you check the bank account before you went in and dropped $200 at Target? And there was money in there. How do you know that, though?
Because I went to work and I got paid. That's how I know.
Thank you. That was perfect. Cool. I'm happy with that.
Helped. Because we have a video coming on finances and financial pitfalls in marriage. So that's coming up whenever he edits it.
We got vlogs to catch up on. As y'all can see, we in like the middle of September and we are at like the middle of October in real life. So vlogs are coming. Real videos are coming. I mean, sit-down videos are coming. House tour updates are coming. Christmas decor is coming. Vlogmas is coming. So, yes, it's a lot of stuff coming. So
I'm so excited about Vlogmas. I can't wait to. We're trying to sit down and figure out our intro right now. I'm so excited about Vlogmas.
So people just not happy. Enough is enough. I just feel like what I feel like enough is enough being rich, like the Currys or Dr. Dre and they can walk away. I'm rich, I can do whatever. I feel like if you was like just like a regular person, like I don't know what, like if we've been married for 30 years, we just walking away at like 60 years old, like I'm leaving, I'm about to get back out here in the dating pool. You're probably just gonna be like, hey, you go down there, I'm gonna go in here, you do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do, but we gonna still live in the same house.
Nobody wants to be miserable or tense though like I said, I think the older you get, the more you be like, I need to live my life because I don't know how much life I have left. I know the end is coming one day. And if I live a full life without like, I don't know, getting shot randomly someday or getting into a freak car accident or something like that, if I live a full life, like what do I got till 85 maybe? Let's say on average, maybe. Is that average?
The average woman lives to be about, I think it was like 90.
It ain't no 90.
Well, maybe it was 85 because I know the average woman lives like 10 years longer than the average man.
So if I got to 85 and I'm 60 and you acting a fool, I'm sitting here like, look, I got 20 years left, 25 years left. And the last 5 might not even be that good. Who knows what's going to take me out if I'm sick for the last 5? You just never know. So it's like I want to live my life. And I feel like the older you get, the more you start to think about that.
At least you guys talk about finance and my husband shies away from the conversation.
You cannot shy away from
that conversation.
That is one thing you cannot shy away from. Like, honestly, we joke about it and we still get we still go back and forth about some things, but we joke about it. But the best thing we could have done is to be upfront about everything. We sit down every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks.
The Sunday of payday. We Sunday
talk about what's coming out. We talk about the bills that need to be paid. We talk about what's coming out, like whether it's the girls' gymnastics fees or soccer fees or whatever other sports fees they got that need to come out. Any place that we gonna go in the next 2 weeks that's gonna cost us some money. Like, hey, we got this fancy anniversary dinner we probably gonna drop like $300 on, so make sure we mindful of that. Hey, we going to the zoo, which costs $20 a ticket, for all them kids. Make sure we're mindful of that. We talk about all that stuff. Anything that can come up within the next 2 weeks, we talk about it so we know exactly. So when I do take those Target trips, I might go to Target, but I'll be like, we got $1,000 in this checking account. If I spend $200, we gotta go to this $300 dinner, and then we gotta do this, and so that is some easy math for me. So it's into my mind because we didn't brought it up and we didn't said it out loud.
Credit card management also, like we are about to be completely debt free. Consumer debt free by the end of 2021. So that has been I don't know if y'all have heard us talk about that stuff. And so sitting down with a game plan with that stuff on Sundays and being like, all right, well, this is how much money we throwing at credit card debt this weekend. This is how much, this is what we still got left. We got a notebook that we keep track of that stuff. Like, all right, boom. Like my goal, we actually behind goal. My goal was to be completely debt free by the beginning of fourth quarter, but we rolling into the fourth quarter, which I'm good with, as long as we get it done by the end of fourth quarter, being completely consumer debt free. So that is a big goal for us, is to not owe anybody any credit cards, any money, and being able to only use credit cards that work for us. That's a big goal for us in 2022, is to use credit cards that's going to either provide free trips and free stays. That's the only thing we really want to use credit cards for in 22. So do put a video on that also, maybe.
Yeah, you have to talk about that stuff, though. You have to.
Excited about Vlogmas. I'm not.
Me too.
I'm not.
Me too.
Y'all don't have to edit those videos.
I do. I don't.
You do.
I don't.
Okay. You going? How many you committing to right here? We got it on. How many you committing to a week?
You could do most of them.
How many? So how many you committing to? How many you committing to a week?
One.
Yeah, there we go. Vlogmas is 5 days. She committing to one.
It's actually 7 days. We cut it down to 5 to help you out.
Yeah.
Finances are tough. Husband and I got our money together. So I feel like I honestly,
95.
and I'm just, look, I'm biased because we've been doing it, but I just feel like that is the best way. There's no mine, there's no yours. It all goes into one pot. If I get paid this Friday and you get paid next Friday, well, damn it, we get paid every week. Like it just seems like it's just much easier. You ain't got to worry about nobody, no egos, you ain't got to worry about none of that. Just it's all in the same pot. I like that so much. Now, I do preface that by saying if we were to break up today and I would meet somebody today, I'm not sure that I would make that same decision. Everything that we have, we built together. So I don't know that I'll make that same decision today, but it works so well for us. Hey, Wanda. Too soon to talk about, most definitely factor in. Oh yeah, retirement plans and savings.
I actually just funny enough, I meant to tell you that we ain't talked that much today. I actually just upped my because I got my statement today, and I just upped my retirement account by 2% today. So retirement is big. Like I feel like you look and you're like, oh, we was in our 30s, and I'd be like, oh, you got time, and be like, that 20 years go by like a little at a little less than 30 years now. So I'm in like that. From what I want to, I really wish I could retire. I mean, one of the things we've been talking about too, like I'm so far back, we've been talking about, if we want to retire by like, I don't want to retire in my upper to mid 60s. I really would love to be done working in my 50s. I say Queese is one. When Queese graduate high school would be our goal to be like, we're done working. That would be the goal.
But then you got to make sure it's college money is there though.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been together since high school, all you know is him or her, you had children, and you feel like you've not lived your life. So now you're 60 and want to change. That's how people be. That's how people be.
I can so I was kind of, I'm like happy. I feel like we met each other young, but still old enough that we lived a little bit.
I ain't lived that much. I was only 21.
I was only 25.
You had already had a child.
Oh my God.
Well,
I was still 25. It
so
wasn't like
so you've lived pretty well.
I had sex and had a child. You had unprotected sex as
lived,
well. So.
Don't tell my business.
So I'm just saying. So only difference is yours.
I didn't.
Yeah. Only difference is yours didn't result in a child. So I was 25. So we was relatively young, like I said. But I feel like we both got to live a little bit. Not high, like at least not like straight out of high school marriage.
It was close enough for me. You went to the Navy.
Oh my!
It was close enough for me, but
that's what I said about what's his name on The Circle. Like, he got a cutie. He better lock her up.
Yo,
James, you better lock her up, man.
We've been watching The Circle lately. Y'all watch The Circle on Netflix. I've been hooked on that show. Oh, and You season 3 on Netflix starts on Friday. You season 3 starts Friday, and then when Insecure start next week. I think Insecure start next week too. The final season. I love me some Issa Rae.
We talk about it too. We don't have any credit cards. I do well with.
Don't do well with them.
I mean, at least that's a part of finances is understanding like you don't like. That's the thing.
Bye, Cassandra. Before you go, sorry. Go ahead. I just saw a comment pop up.
We about to get off here too. Probably.
Yeah, we are.
Like 5 minutes. Yeah, but I feel like that's a big part of financing. Is like I had to drill that into her. Like stop using the credit cards. I don't care what you spend. Like if you got to spend it on your credit card to hide it from me, then you know you shouldn't be behind it.
No, because you're very judgmental with my purchases. You're very judgmental. What did you need that for? That's the purse you bought. It was so small. We were talking about the Telfar bag.
I just said all I did was say you spent this is a bag you spent $150 on. That's all I said.
It's so small.
I just said that. I just said this is a bag you spent $150 on. That's what I was thinking. It's just so small, but I didn't say that. You knew that's what I was thinking.
Because you're very judgmental on my purchases.
I just be trying to understand your logic sometimes.
It's not for you to understand. But it's also, that's another good thing too, just knowing yourself. So she said, I don't do well with credit cards. That's like, to know that is good information. And that's with anything. The fact that like you know yourself and you do something about it, not you're like, oh, I suck at credit cards, but I'm going to keep applying for them and getting them and carrying them with me in my purse when I go to the mall. Like that's not a good thing. At this point, we stuck like, I feel it. So are we. He ain't going nowhere.
I don't know, a girl called me cute the other day. A couple of girls called me cute the other day at work. I was thinking like,
don't get her cut. Don't do it. Don't do it. Made a purchase to use the payment plan.
Hey, we don't even want to talk about that's her new credit card thing. We had to talk about that a couple weeks ago. I was like, Camellia, Bradley, how many Klarna or Afterpays do you have going right now? Because I feel like it's like Afterpay, Klarna, Afterpay.
It's Klarna, Afterpay, and QuadPay.
Something. I just be like, what the hell is going on?
It's also PayPal paying for it.
It'd be like 25, 30, 35, 28, 37, 54. I'm like, what is going on here? It's like an attack on our bank account.
You told me not to use credit. You been calling me how many do I have? Oh shoot, man! You said Klarna Afterpay is the devil. That's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Man.
The thing is, the bad thing about that is like I don't know. I just feel like I just became addicted to it. Seriously, like it'll be something be $40, but I'd be like, use QuadPay. Why am I using QuadPay for something for $40? Why am I doing this? I don't know. It's like addicted. Why would I give you $40 when I could just give you $10 today? Even though I got the $40, but I only want to pay you $10 today.
Y'all is egging us on. Why is y'all egging us on?
Oh, shoot. It is true.
Can you do a video on just the strategy you use to pay off your credit card debt? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Deep cut.
I said, don't get her cut.
Yo, that card to pay the devil. I want the Marc Jacobs bag, but I need to wait. Oh my God. Here we go. This is what always happens at the end of the live.
Just use your Afterpay, girl.
This is what always happens at the end of the live. Y'all just start. I'll be like, all right, it's time for me to go.
Just use your Afterpay, girl. He'll never know.
Paying for it, baby. It's addictive. Oh my God.
It is. It is for real. No matter what you buy, it'd be like every site takes Klarna or Afterpay or PayPal paying for. Like every site takes one of them, and it's just be like, oh, I can pay you in 4 payments. I'll do that. I know this doesn't cost that much, but it's okay.
It's the black people's layaway. Oh my God.
That's hilarious. That stuff gets you too, man. Cause it'd be like in one day, and I'd be like, damn, what?
Because I literally had to call her. I was like, it was like a Wednesday. I'm like, dude, we got to talk about this. I'm like, it's like the Wednesday before our payday. So like, I told her we like staff full our accounts a certain way. I'm gonna say this, and we about to get ready to get off for real. And I'm like, I just look in. I'm like, what did you buy, dude? Like, you do realize, like, whatever you bought, you need to re-strategize when you buy this stuff and buy it, like, the day after our paydays because I don't know what you did, but we just like our bank account. I checked the bank account. We had like $1,100 in there. Now we only got $6. What the hell happened? And it's just Klarna, Afterpay, Klarna.
Most of them should be done by now, or getting close to being done. When I pay them hookahs off, I'm shutting it down. I feel it. I like going on spending sprees where I will like spend a bunch of money and I'll use Klarna and Afterpay, then I realize, okay, I went a little overboard. And then I stop for a few weeks. And then once they slow down, then I go, it's a bad cycle, man. They know how to get you, I swear.
All right, I think I'm emotionally distressed now. I'm done. I'm good.
Whatever. He used to this by now.
I am. That don't mean it feels good. So I think that's going to do it.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining. We had a good time per usual. If there's any other topics, questions, anything you want us to hit, make sure you can leave it on Instagram, leave it under one of our videos, any of that, and we will get to it in a live. We shall be back. We'll return in 2 weeks. Any final parting words?
Stay away from Klarna and Afterpay. You know what? Don't stay away because Klarna and Afterpay is like anything. Used effectively, used properly can be effective. You misuse anything and it's bad.
I don't misuse it.
You misuse anything and it can be a problem.
It's used right in my opinion.
You misuse anything and it can be a problem. Anyway. So shop moderately.
Anyway, Rochelle, you enjoy your Orange Theory class. I'm going tomorrow. We'll talk about this later. Everybody, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it. We love y'all. And when the next video going live?
Sunday or Monday.
Updated house tour going live Sunday or Monday. And I just had a video go live a couple hours ago. So you guys go watch it on my channel, Camellia Yvette. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. We'll talk to you later. Bye.